Hey guys, welcome to another video. I have a surprise actually for today's video. I have in my possession an X-H2. Here we go. You see there's no S there. I have been given the opportunity from Fuji, from my local Fuji rep, Chris, to play around with this for about a week. I've actually had it for a few days now and have taken it out and done some shooting with it to get some understanding of the camera so that I'd be able to, at a local event, talk to Fuji fans, prospective buyers and so forth, along with Fuji, representing them about the camera, answering questions and so forth. And to be able to do so, I've again been given the opportunity to take this out and take it for a test run. Now this is a pre-production model, so with that, I'm not going to do my normal initial unboxing because one, didn't really get the full box, just got the camera to test and play around with and be able to give my opinion on again. I'm going to pretty much talk about the X-H2 so far, my initial feelings on the camera based on my initial use of the camera over the past few days. As you guys already know, I have the X-H2 right there. There you see the S on the front there. And other than that, there literally are no physical differences between the cameras. As you can see, they basically are built on the same line. So when it comes to if one feels better than the other, they feel the same. If one feels heavier than the other, actually they feel the same. So I would assume really what you want to know is more about, one, what do I feel about the performance of the X-H2 so far versus that of the X-H2S. So we'll start with performance. As you guys know, there are two separate cameras that I have here in my possession. One is at a double stacked, or stacked I should say, not double stacked, backside illuminated sensor. It's 26 megapixels. It's designed for speed. It is great for fast moving objects, sports, birds in flight, and so forth. But yet I have taken this out and used it on a wedding and got awesome photos on it. I've used this in pretty much any photo scenario that I typically will use my cameras in. So I've used it for street photography. I did some low light photography with it. I went to the local racetrack here and shot some video, taking images of the cars as they shot down. I've tested the autofocus features of this camera, including the specific autofocus settings, and was very pleased with all of them. Actually overjoyed at the enhancement this camera has given me over the X-T4 and of course over my X-H1. I'm happy with the design language of this camera. So again, you guys know I would be happy with the design language of the X-H2. So when it comes to X-H2, of course, you guys know this camera is built for stills. It's built for basically getting that megapixel count to give me some definition in the pictures that the 26 megapixel speed monster of a camera that the S is in the Fuji line, and give me basically a slightly, if not slower camera with the newer sensor and the higher megapixel count to give me that definition. So what does higher megapixels do for me? It's going to give me the ability to crop and keep detail, just like with the GFX medium format line that Fuji has. The ability to capture more detail in the camera is the advantage of this camera, there you go, over its sibling, the X-H2S. And there is where you have to determine if one is better for you or not, or if you decide you want to deal with either for that specific matter. I personally, I guess you guys know, only, and you see that I own the X-H2S. You know, full disclosure, I already have a pre-order in for this camera, and I got it for the exact reason that I'm going to tell you why most people will look at this camera, is because they want the megapixels. I am not a full frame user, so I cannot compare the full frame use of megapixels with the APS-C sensor sign use of megapixels. The fact that this went past 26, 24 megapixel mark that people feel APS-C is great for, and what I've seen so far in the JPEGs and in the raw photos have been truly excellent. So whatever that secret sauce is that people feel 26 megapixels is for APS-C, hate to say it, but 40 megapixels is really nice. The detail, the clarity, the sharpness is awesome. Looking through again this wonderful viewfinder on this camera and looking at the LCD screen on the back. And again, it's the same for the S. You know, I get a camera here that has a beautiful experience that comes with it, just like with the S. Holding the camera again is the same, so there's no difference physically with it. But again, the biggest difference is what I'm able to get out of it with the megapixels. So all in all, that is the big difference here. With those megapixels, you get the ability to shoot 8K video. I plan to shoot 8K video. I plan to shoot 6K video. I plan to shoot 4K high quality and 4K and show all of that to you in upcoming videos here as we get close to the release date of this camera. Am I excited about the fact that I put in a pre-order for this and I currently own the X-H2S? Absolutely. And the reason is how I plan to use the cameras again. This will be a stills focus heavy user for me while I'm using this camera. Because I shoot GFX on event photography and also non-event photography, actually, I'm used to the megapixel count. I shoot 50 megapixel camera. I've shot the 100 megapixel camera, and you just have to know that that's what you're dealing with. You can use the JPEGs on those cameras just as much as on a, because of the megapixels that you get on that, and I've loved them because of the size and the detail I get, and the fact that I can even crop on megapixels on the medium format cameras that Fuji has. When it comes to this, it's giving me that opportunity to do the same on the APS-C camera. There's times on the other Fuji cameras where I wish I've had more megapixels so that I can crop more and be able to save an image and not have to use other programs outside of the ones I currently use for my editing, which is Capture One and some Lightroom here and there, to be able to bring back some of that detail. I don't like over sharpening my photos, and this gives me that ability to not have to do that. That's what I'm mostly excited about. The fact that it uses 8K, or it can produce 8K video at 24p to up to 29 or 30p if you want to say, it's fantastic. It's a lot of definition, and what that definition does is give you the ability to, for video, crop in. So the higher quality, K quality, we'll just call it, you get on videos gives you again the ability to crop in more and gives you that flexibility, just like having the higher megapixels on the X-H2 will for us APS-C users who are in the Fuji line or looking to get in the Fuji line. So when I see that other brands like Sony, Canon and Nikon, I know Sony for sure has done it with one of their most recent cameras where they put a higher megapixel sensor than what people would like to see or normally see in a full frame. And it's because it gives you that ability to get that, keep that detail when you crop. So in the comments, guys, since I have this for a few more days, definitely let me know what you'd like to see me do. I'm gonna have a number of videos coming out with me doing this or using this camera in different aspects, from events that I'm documenting on a street photography type of situation, shooting it in studio or on location. I plan on seeing what I can do with this as much as possible with the different lenses I have, and shooting video in it as well. Now, again, you guys know I'm still working on my panning, so don't judge me too hard with the panning. So with that, this again, once I get it, and based on my current experience that I'm having with it right now, will be my stills heavy camera with the ability to shoot video, especially with that red button. And as I move this out of the way, this little button right here is fantastic, allowing me to go right into video and capture and then go right back to shooting stills. And it's also fantastic, as you guys see, as this focuses, come on, not off of me, there we go. As same thing here on the X-H2S, there we go. And what this camera will be for me is more specific to videos, stills backup, And in those cases where I need a camera that's going to handle fast moving subjects, I will also look to use this too. I'm going to head and end this video right here. Again, leave in the comments what you would like to see me try to do with this camera before I have to turn it back in. And I'll see what I can do with presenting you guys some JPEGs of the information. Since again, this is a pre-production body that I'm working with. I do believe it has the most latest firmware on it, is what I'm being told. But you know how that goes with pre-productions. There could be some things that will still be updated when the camera's released with the most latest firmware. So like, subscribe, look forward to some more videos coming. I'm going to be rolling them out pretty quick here, so you guys can see what my experience has been like with this camera. Have a good one.